Hello, hello. Welcome to Notary Educators with Kimmy, your number one notary educator. Even if it's online, we service all 50 states and we are here to help. What's up? What's up? I think I'm going to close the blind in the back to make it a little darker. So excuse me while I do that. Let's close this so we can make it a little brighter. Okay. There we go. Yes, make it a little brighter. We'll give YouTube a few minutes to notify everybody. We want to say hey to those watching live, those on the replay, and those that will catch the podcast. We'll give people a few minutes to get here. We're going to talk about ink fingerprinting today. I do have some tips for you on ink fingerprinting. It is yeah, I know I always got a story. It's about a job that happened today. And I want to share these tips with you because if you're going to be doing ink fingerprinting, you need to know how to do it properly. Okay? Let's see. I wanted this little banner to go across like it usually does, but for some reason it's not doing what I want it to do. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Just a couple more seconds here. I'm going to talk about ink fingerprinting today. I'm going to give you some tips on that, how to do it correctly, what is it, how to add it to your business. We do have an ink fingerprinting course. It is 60% off. Coupon code is WIN, WIN 2025. And let's see. Hey, in grip. Hey, says, I thought you were going to be on yesterday. You said you had the other day, but you need rest. Hope all is well here in Texas, but did not get caught in that flood. Oh, yeah. My poor people in Texas. Yes. I've been watching the news, and unfortunately, I'm one of those people that become like obsessed. So it's not good. I'm like, oh, God, what can I do to help? And right now, they're saying, I guess, donate is the best way. So just kind of just praying, that never hurts. Prayer never hurts. But I'm glad you were not affected by that. I'm glad. Well, let me go ahead and get started. And again, our thoughts and prayers are definitely with our Texas people. We have quite a few Texans in the group. And I want to go ahead and get started. So today we're talking about ink fingerprinting. So first, let me tell you my story, and then we'll talk about how to add it to your business, etc. Okay, ink fingerprinting if you're not already doing it. We don't have enough people here to ask yet, so I'm just going to start because most people will come in kind of late and then go back and watch it and do that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. So what happened today? So our client, we had an ink fingerprinting job. He actually called yesterday to make the appointment. And then he was coming so late that Jeffrey wasn't going to be here. I typically let him do the rolling of the ink fingerprinting. I know how to do it. I've done it plenty of times by myself, but if he's here, I just let him, that's his thing. So anyway, the client came today. He was supposed to come last night and he did not. And before the guy got here, I told Jeffrey, because our ink fingerprinting clients, and you will see this, Andrea, hey girlie, good to see you. Yeah, so if you know anything about ink fingerprinting, your clients are often very squirrely. Okay, they're nervous of the ink, like it will not come off, and it does come off. We actually have wipes that we use, so the ink comes off. They don't have to worry about it staining anything. We try to keep it where they only do one finger at a time until they have to do more. So I could before they even get here, I always tell Jeffrey, hey, make sure you take control. I always say take control of the appointment, even in loan signings or anything you're doing. I always tell you to take control of the situation. If you're at the loan signing table, wherever you are. So in ink fingerprinting is no different. You have to take control of the appointment because the clients typically are nervous about getting ink on themselves. They're nervous about, they've never been fingerprinted before. They always have a running joke. Oh, this is my first time getting fingerprinted. So they're kind of nervous. He was even shaking a little bit, but it's really not that complicated. As I always say, and it's not that serious. It's serious where it needs to be correct, but not serious where they need to be shaking in their boots, right? So anyway, I told Jeffrey before the guy even got here, I said, make sure he stamps a nice firm print. Okay, make sure he presses the ink pad really hard. So the client gets here in his profession. I'm not gonna say what it was just in case he's watching. You never know. But in his profession, you would think he sees a little bit of everything. So what you nervous about? Let's do this. So anyway, he's asking Jeffrey, well, is it okay if I just kind of use my middle of my finger instead of rolling the whole print? Can I just use the middle of the finger? And I was like, over, because he had a document that needed to be notarized also. So I'm doing the notarization. Jeffrey's doing the fingerprinting. So I hear the conversation. I don't say anything. I kind of stop what I'm doing though, and I look over. Okay. And I'm like, if that man don't roll that print correctly, so I kind of let them proceed because they did the first card correctly. He needed 2 cards completed. They did the first one correctly. So then they finish everything, and Jeffrey comes over and shows me the last card. What happened with that card? Somebody tells me. Can somebody tell me what happened with the last card? Can somebody tell me? Just a guess. I know it could be anything, but what happened with the last card based on what I told you about my client? Can anybody just guess what happened with the last card? I'll give you just a second. Can anybody guess what happened with the last card? Yeah, another second because I know you're typing. Okay. Or we're here, you may not even be able to type, but I'm going to tell you in just a sec. So he brings over the last card for me to kind of just look it over. And half of the pinky is not on the card. Yes, thank you, Andrea. Yeah, he didn't run out of ink, but he didn't roll the last one correctly. It was half of the pinky on the card. So Jeffrey was like, and I looked at it too. I said, well, I guess it's okay, and we let it go. Okay, that wasn't my preference. I like my stuff to be correct. Okay, every fingerprint, everything, every signature when we're doing loan signs, whatever we're doing, I always want it done correctly. So we let it go because we wasn't about to do that whole card over for that. And at this point, had I filled out the top part? I don't remember. But regardless, we were not getting ready to do all the prints over again because the client was already squirrely. So that's why you set the parameters. You set the expectation when you start rolling. And I don't even have to roll them. You don't have to touch the client. They can roll themselves. You tell them what to do. Sometimes we do a practice with them. We'll pull out a blank sheet of paper and let them practice. Okay. So when it comes to ink fingerprinting, I want to leave one more tip with you too. And the other tip is make sure you're on a super hard surface. Okay. If you're on something kind of shaky, your print is going to be shaky. If you're on something wobbly, that's how your print is going to look. Okay. So I don't do ink fingerprinting all day long in my business, but when my phone rings, I do know how to do it. And if you're not offering ink fingerprinting services, you probably want to check out my ink fingerprinting course, which is on sale. Coupon code is WIN2025. Okay. And in that course, I go over everything you need, how to start your ink fingerprinting business. All right. So I definitely want you to check that out. And again, if it's not something you're doing when your phone rings and you're like, I can't do it, you're going to say, dog, I wish I had took Kimmy's course. Or dog, I wish I had taught myself how to do it. So whichever your preference is, self-teach, it doesn't matter to me. But again, we do have a course on it. So the other day, I want to show y'all the inside of our new membership program, and it is amazing. I'm going to pull it up here and then I'm going to share my screen. So a lot of you, let me just tell you about the membership program, period, and then we'll get into, I'll show you what's inside of it. So we already had the membership going on. It's going amazing. Our community is helping each other. That chat runs 7 days a week. When I say that, I'm not exaggerating. Sometimes it's busier than others, but we have 4 people managing the chat. So your questions are always answered. If we don't know, then we'll get you to the appropriate person who can help you. But 99% of the time, one of the 4 of us have been through something and we can help you. Okay. Andrea says, just read my email about that. Congratulations. Just read my email about that. Congratulations. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Andrea. If you're even talking to me at all, I don't know. So let me know if you're talking to me or someone else. Okay. So anyway, so we have the mentorship program, which has already been going on for a year. And again, you don't have to say, well, I missed the opening. It's not an open enrollment kind of thing. You join when you want to. Everybody's on a different Oh, thank you, Andrea. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, everyone is at a different point in their journey. So some of you are brand new, still needing confidence, still needing how to know what to do. Andrea was in a program. She's acing it out there, hopefully in these notary streets. I know she was doing well before she left. How are you doing, Andrea? Tell me how you doing. And and you know what? I will allow someone to come up today too. Let me put the link in the chat. If there's anyone who want to come up and you want to talk about your notary business live with me, only requirement is you need to have your camera on. So I'll put the link in there. Yes, Ann Grip says yes. Andrea is talking about the program. She saw it in her email. Oh, I got it. Okay, Andrea, I'm slow, girl. And then I got so many different things running through this head. So I'm slow. I got you. I got you. Thank you, huh? So yeah, so we had the other program, and again, you can join whenever you want to. And but everybody was like, "Well, Kimmy, I'm not ready for a apostille. I'm not ready for loan signing agent or all the other courses that you have within the program, but I want to get started." So I said, "You know what? We're gonna do a startup program." So we got a startup mentorship. But the beautiful thing about the startup program is you get your core courses that you need, access to 90% of the library that is there because we gave you exactly what you need to get started. And then we all meet together every week. So the startup plan and the regular mentorship program, all inclusive, we all meet together. So that's the part that I'm loving because it's not like when you only get a little bit of what we talk about over here. Nope, everybody gets the same thing. So I am so excited. And this is going to be on our first session will be on Wednesday. So I really encourage you to go ahead and start now if you're really serious, you know. Starting tomorrow is our first session with the new people and the ones that's already been a part of mentorship. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it's going to be amazing because the group is very welcoming. Our community is great. I did put the StreamYard link in there if anyone wants to join me on stage and just talk about your business. I don't mind. I'm going to hang out here for a little while. So if you got something you want to add, I'm going to keep putting the link in there for people that are just joining. The only thing I ask is that you have your camera on, okay? But feel free to join me on the stage, okay? Let's see here. We got you could be my co-host, or if you need help with your business, whatever you want to talk about. Andrea says, all is well, job tomorrow and Tuesday of next week. Yes, thanks to you and your program, I'm staying alive. That's amazing, Andrea. We really miss you, girl. We do. And I'm looking for ways to use people that have been in the program, that are in the program, as we continue to grow. It's just that I got to finish getting a few more things in order, and then we'll see what that looks like. Great, but I'm so glad you're doing well. Andrea what did very well in the program. In the Oh yeah, I know, girl. But that's okay. And you can always come back, Andrea, in the lower price program if you just wanted to be in the community. You know, if you just want to be in the community. Because I'm thinking about even adding another level. And while I have you guys here, what are your thoughts? I'm thinking about adding even a lower price point for those that just want to come to be a part of the community. Because some people already know how to properly notarize. They already know how to start their business, but they're still just looking for that reinforcement or that community piece where they can talk out the business, get more gems, and not have to wait for an annual conference. But because we meet weekly, and I promise you guys, weekly, we're talking about something different every week. And you would not think it's that much to talk about in the notary space, but we've been having mentorship now for over a year, almost a year and a half. So that's 52 weeks. We've never missed a week ever. Despite all the stuff we've had going on, somebody gonna be teaching that session. It's either myself, Alexis, or Jeffrey that does the teaching, and Lisa helps us with the chat. So let me show y'all the inside of the program for those of you who may not have seen it the other day. Let me do that right quick. I'm gonna log in. And then I'm going to actually show you what the differences are and let you see what works for you. And again, the program is really designed to help the startup program, just to get in the room where it's happening. And I joke like Hamilton, you want to be in a room where it's happening, you know? especially if you're just starting, certain core courses that you need. So let's do that. I'm going to do present, share screen. Okay. And I'm going to show you the inside. Here we go. So this is the inside of the Notary Business Success Startup Program. All right. 27 per month. And then you have your core courses that you need. If you're just starting this business or you've had your commission, still lacking confidence, you don't know what to do, what are my next steps? These courses are designed for you. Notarize like a pro, how to be a great notary. The specialty courses talk about the hospitals and jails, nursing homes. You got part 1 and 2, how to build out that business, literally step by step. You got your pricing and marketing course, and in different ways that you can actually make money. We've included some sample documents in there. And then these are some of the past replay sessions, okay? These are some of the past sessions that we had to do a deep dive in. Acknowledgements, direct, supplies, when to say no, customer service. I'm finding a lot of people are lacking basic customer service skills, and that could be causing your business to suffer. How to accept payments, time management, how to stay safe. So you see the library has so many things in it, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing right quick and come back and see if you all have any questions about the program. So, hey, Marcel, how are you? Marcel used to be with us too, out there doing her thing and growing. How are you? So I'm just rolling out our new program, Marcel. So what are your thoughts about just having it where people can come to the meetings without actually being a part of either? They just could be a fly on the wall in the meetings. What are your thoughts about that? Is that something that you would be interested in? Because I always base stuff on feedback from you all. So is that something, I don't need the program really, but I just want to be in the community. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? I don't really need either program, but I really just want to be in the room with all my fellow notaries nationwide every week, just chit chatting, chatting up the business, talking shop. What's your thoughts? Is that something you would be interested in? So I've been thinking about doing that too. But the reason I hesitate on that though, because the majority of people don't have any training. Okay. I'm drinking a little water. Different level for notary community. I love that idea, Miss Kimmy. I would. Yeah, just for the community. I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about that, Andrea. That's what I was saying. My only concern with this, Andrea, is because you know yourself, the gems be dropping, okay, in the community. My only hesitation with that idea, and I still got to toss it around just a little bit, is if you don't have any training and you're thinking you're going to come to community and learn the business. You're going to, of course, learn something because every session we're dropping gems, right? And we're dropping knowledge, right? You're going to learn something. But I don't want people coming to the session and it's like, well, what is a notary? I don't know. I think they would probably understand it. Ian Griff is cracking me up with that Kim Free. I love it. A spinoff of Jeffries in my name. Yeah, so I'm gonna think about that. I really like the idea though of a different level. So don't be surprised if I roll that out very soon, maybe for past students only. That might be an idea too, Andrea. That might be an idea too. Maybe for past students. I gotta really think about it because, like I said, some people do just want to be in the room where it's happening, and there is so much. That way you know that they've had training. Andrea, that's a good point too. So I got a lot of things that I want to roll out, and because I'm so OCD when it comes to making sure things are done correctly, and that may not even be an OCD thing, I just say that, but I really want to make sure things are done correctly. That's why I don't have a signing service, because I couldn't imagine what these signing services go through, sending out 3 different notaries to notarize one document. That would stress me out. That would stress me out. You talking about blood pressure problems? Oh no, 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 no. I can't. That's why I don't have a signing service. I cannot, because I'm telling you, I would only be able to use certain people, and I'm not even. I always tell you guys, even when I have my own clients that I cannot do, I don't just refer any notary. I just don't. Now, Andrea, I still have you in my phone and stuff. I needed a witness the other day, but I ended up using a friend of mine, another friend of mine, because I said maybe Andrea could come, and I couldn't remember where you lived at. So, yeah, but Andrea has completed jobs for me, and I don't mind if I even give you a job and you have a question about the job. I don't mind that, but just to give somebody a job and just kind of let it go. Most people I don't trust like that because I already know what's going on out here in these notary streets. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I already know what's going on. Most people don't know what they're doing, and then you know they don't know. They really don't. So that one right there, I'm a little iffy. So I don't just give my work to anybody. So let me show you all, for those of you who may be brand new though, the other program. Hold on, I'm gonna log in so you can see the full mentorship, all inclusive. So I think it's a great start. The response has been great, and I know that it's a good product. And you all know I don't put out no junk, and it wasn't something just to say let's do something different. No, there's a true need, and again, we're just trying to be budget friendly, and then make sure that you're getting what you need. So this is how that will work. So at the point that you decide, you know what, I think I need full blown mentorship. I think I need to be in the chat. I think I'm ready to learn apostilles, loan signing agent. Then you could just upgrade to the other mentors membership program. You got options. That's the point. Or you might be like, you know what, right now I'm good, because some people only want to do general notary work. I have quite a few people that have zero interest in doing loan signings. Now, I'm of the mindset, if you want to do this business full time, let's be about it. Let's learn every stream, you know. Why would you cut off any stream of income? And that's just, again, my personal opinion. Some people don't want to do everything, but I'm all about, hey, if I'm going to do it, we're going to do it right. Okay. And for me, right means being able to access, you know, to provide my client with everything that they need. Okay. And not to mention, it just means more money for you. So, all right, let me pull up this other course right quick, and then I'm going to show you that one. All righty, here we go. I'm about to share my screen again. Hey, everybody, welcome. I'm about to share my screen and show you the full mentorship program. So if you're just joining us, go back and catch the first part where I just showed you the new mentorship. It's $27 per month, and you get to meet with us weekly. We all meet together. It's not like you go in this little room over here and they go in this little room over here. No, we all meet together. So the gems are dropping. Okay, share screen. Here we go. All right, and this is the other mentorship program, the Notary Business Success Mentor Program. Now, this is the all access, okay? And in this one, again, you got Notarize Like a Pro, specialty. Now, this one includes the estate package, also marketing course. It also includes the remote online notary introduction. I-9 course in fingerprinting, which we talked about today, is included in the mentorship. Translation services, apostilles, wedding officiant, field inspection. I mean, literally everything you need. These are some meetings that we just had, how to counter a loan signing. So all of these are art and a skill, guys. You may say, well, I know how to do ABC. Believe me when I tell you, if you have not been properly trained, what you think you know how to do and what happens out there in the real life is different. Here we go, marketing templates. And even once you get some training, you still need some help. I'll be honest with you. I still have questions sometimes. I'm like, hey, Alexis, what about such and such? Angela, what about this? Jeffrey, what about that? So you see, you got access to the complete library, though. Okay. I'm going to come off the screen and stop sharing here. There we go. So what questions do we have about the program? Do we have any questions or comments? Let's see here. Okay, no questions or comments right now. And I know it's right in the middle of rush hour when I did this live, but I have a 6 o'clock NNA meeting tonight. So that's why I had to go live now or either after, and that wasn't going to work for me. So sometimes you got to get it when you can get it, guys. So last thing I'll go over, and then I'll wait for a few of your questions because I always have people join a little bit later. is I'll show you the Start Your Notary Business books in case you are just starting. There's one for each state, all 50. Okay. So if you're just starting the business and you're not sure, we got Virginia, New York, literally each state, all 50 have their own book. If you're just starting the business, this is a great place to start. This plus the YouTube channels here, the video rather, because that's going to help you to get a basic understanding of what the business is all about. And oh yeah, there's even a wedding officiant video. Of course, I thought about Marcel when I saw that because she is killing the wedding officiant game. I'm trying to get her to come on here with me. Oh, let me put the link in there too, guys. Again, if anybody wanted to come up live and just chit chat about the industry, what's going on, lowball offers, whatever you want to talk about, I'll put that in there. You just have to show your face. I'll be here for a little bit longer. And then I was going to show you my new notary journal collection, just in case you have not seen it. We got some cards for the guys, butterfly, the black marble. This is everyone's favorite. Seems like it's the purple. Then I got this pink and white one. I ordered this one for myself in hardback. They come in paperback and hardback. And another favorite of everyone's is the cat and the dog. And y'all know how I feel about pets, but that's really one of my favorite ones too. I love that journal. So what other questions can I answer for you all this evening? Anything else? Andrea, you want to talk about anything else in your business? Any questions while you're here? Marcel, anything? And I see we have a few people joining us. What other questions do we have? And I know it's right in the middle of rush hour when I did this live, but it's all good. Because sometimes, like I just said, you got to get it when you can get it. So I've showed you all the program. And that's all I got for you today. I really wanted to share that ink fingerprinting tip with you, though. Make sure you take control of even your ink fingerprinting jobs, as I stated again earlier. Because if the card is not completed right, if the ink is not, the fingerprint is not actually rolled correctly or put on the card, it could be rejected. Now, in my client's case, he was getting fingerprinted for a job. Most of the time it's for a job. You have your realtors, you have your CNA community. They also need to be fingerprinted. No questions. I love to support when you come on. Oh, I appreciate it, Andrea. And you know I got you, girl. Whatever you need, I got you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I see we got a couple more people. Any other questions? Anybody? Inspire change. So if it's okay, I don't want to do the loan signings. Yeah, you don't have to. That's exactly what I was just saying. You do not have to do loan signings. Now, may I ask though why you don't want to do them, if I may? Why? What is it that's causing you reservations about it? Or I'm just curious. What is it? What is it? And I know it's kind of spurred a moment, but you don't want to come on stage and talk to you. I'll put the link in here while I'm here if anybody want to join me. What is it about loan signings that give you pause? Inspire change. I like your name too. What is it about loan signings? Andrea says, I just purchased my fingerprint kit. No job with fingerprints yet. I know what happens soon. I'm getting more calls from Notary Rotary. Oh, cool. Very good. Now, are you paying for Notary Rotary, Andrea? Are you paying for that? Let me know. Ian Grip says, about how much is the electric fingerprint portable? Yeah, so I don't do live scan. That's what the actual title of it is called, live scan. I had a call for it today. And what was so funny, today was my ink fingerprinting day. That's why I always got something to talk about, guys. Today was my ink fingerprinting day. So I had another call about ink fingerprinting. And I told the client, I said, well, hey, I don't do it. I explained to her the process, what that is, live scan and what it's called or whatever. And I said, if I were you, I would just put like live scan near me. No, digital fingerprinting. That's what I put, something like that near me. And she said, you came up. I said, oh, okay. I was excited by that, right? But I don't do it. So I told her to, I was going to try to help her find somebody. She said, no, I could keep looking myself, which I appreciated because it wasn't like I didn't have something else to do. But I did want to offer, that was just great customer service. So the machine though runs about $5,000 to $6,000 in grip for the live scan. And for me, it's just not a good investment. I don't get enough phone calls for live scan. I don't market it because I don't have it. But I think even if I marketed it, I just don't think for me in my area, it's just enough business. Maybe if I was in Atlanta, I may get, oh, I can't even call it. There are days when 2 or 3 people will call me about live scan. And then there are other days when nobody calls. So it just is what it is. But I don't personally do live scan. Then maybe if you had a brick and mortar too, you might think about it. Yes, live scan. You spelled it correctly. You got it. So $5,000 or $6,000 investment. Typically, they charge. I knew a young lady. Unfortunately, we lost her in the notary space last year or earlier this year. Oh man, I can't think of her name. Shanika. I think it was Shanika, the notary. She did ink fingerprinting, and unfortunately, we lost her. She was here in Georgia. I mean, on live scan. So she and I would talk to her sometimes about that. But it was like $50, $60. It wasn't that much profit in it to me either. Maybe volume. If you sit in an office and people coming in all day, Um, Andrea says she's not paying for it, but the signing companies have said that's where they found me. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, that's great. If you can get registered somewhere and you can get some job leads, I'm all about that. Yeah, very good. Inspired Change says great. I am from the loan officer processor world for over 20 years. I'm almost to the retirement age, and I just want to semi-retire, just doing general notary and learn more services that I can master. Oh, cool. Marcel says live scan wasn't worth it for her either. So inspired change. I agree with you. And for that reason, I don't know if you caught the live, I think a few days ago, I was saying how I have no interest in immigration documents. I have zero. The only immigration document that I'm actually going to do is the I-9 form because it's just too much involved. You got to be with that person for 2, 3 years, 4 now, maybe 5, while they're trying to gain their immigration status. I don't want to do that. I like quick money. That's what I call it. I like quick money. I'm like you. I love general notary work. I love power of attorney. I love estate/trust packages. If you're not doing that, you probably want to check out my estate/trust course. You can buy it individually, 60% off, win 2025, or at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Everything is over there. Again, that's notaryeducatorsllc.com. Yeah, but I have zero interest in the immigration documents, zero, because it just takes too long, and it's a big payout though. People are paying $1,500, $2,000 to help them with their immigration documents, like for real. But for me, I don't want to do that. I'm like you. I just want to do some quick things. I love general notary work, in and out, get my money, we done. I like you. I love you, but bye. um, Marcel says she hate immigration work. So Marcel and I took the same training. Marcel, did you actually take the training? I don't remember. I know me and Angela took it. I think you did too, right? And you felt the same way. We all took the same immigration training. Now, if you just got to dabble in it, I would say the NNA has a great training. I did theirs also. So we all, you did. I thought so. So me, Marcel, and Angela are the trainer that used to be with us. We all took this immigration training. And it was amazing. I mean, I'm glad I took it. I hate I spent so much for it. It's $2,000. I mean, it was a lot. But it was an investment because you can write it off in your taxes. Any training, your monthly membership that you have with us, either $27 or $47, you can write it off in your taxes. It's an investment in your business. But I did that training, and then I also did the one from the NNA. And the NNA immigration training is great. I loved it, but I don't think I would have understood anything from it. It would have been Greek to me if I had not did the other training. You see what I mean? So, I don't. I just don't think so. I just don't think so. And the immigration training at the NNA is only 150. So a few people have asked me, well, Kimmy, do you have an immigration course? No, because I think the NNAs is sufficient. I don't just write courses to write them. I could write something just because. And I may end up throwing or putting an immigration, just a basic overview in the course library, maybe. But it's not something that I'm just passionate about. It's just not. So let's see here. Marcel says, I'll probably make more doing ink fingerprinting starting at 80 with travel. Yeah. And see, Marcel is more expensive than me because when I leave my house, I should start. Actually, my prices are going up and up every year. You guys inspire me to raise my prices. I know I'm too cheap. So like when a guy came here today, it was 40. It should have easily been 50. But I got the price up on that because he actually ended up doing a notarization. The old me might have just threw the notarization piece in there for free, and I did not. I charged him the full price for the. See, look at Marcel. Y'all be killing the game. That's why I gotta increase my prices. So I did last year. I think it was yeah, it was last year. My mobile fee immediately increased. I went from my minimum to leave my home was 40, and I went up to 50. And I find people will pay it. It might be going up in 26 too. It might. We'll see. Yeah, it was expensive, that course we took. Andrea says, I wanted to take immigration next year. Yeah, I would definitely check out the NNA training for immigration because I think it's a great course. I really do. It's like 150 when I took it. And I think they only give you 9 months access to it. I think they only give you 9 months, 9 months worth of access to that course, if I'm not mistaken. But I never went back to watch it because, again, I told you I'm not doing that. I have zero interest. Mm-mm. Marcia, my favorite. If you ask me my favorite jobs to do, I'm gonna put it in order for you. My favorite would be general notary work, estate slash trust, because that's my bigger money maker. My number two money maker, what should have been number one, is apostilles, right? But it's just not my favorite. I do apostilles because it's profitable. I do. I do them. I love them. I'm working on one right now. Once I actually do it tomorrow, I'll probably come live and talk about that. Because it's gonna be a story. I always got a story. Literally every day I got a story because I do these jobs every day. Not just a pretend notary here on YouTube. No shade to the pretend notaries here on YouTube, okay? But I actually do this, so that's why I literally almost have a story every day. Something happened with every client. So I got one I'm working on. I'm gonna tell you about it tomorrow or Friday. Uh, yeah, maybe not tomorrow because we actually have mentor session tomorrow. So I don't know when I'll be live again. It might be Thursday. It might be tomorrow. I just don't know what my day is looking like. Right now, I got a lot on my schedule for tomorrow. And again, we have live mentorship session tomorrow. We meet every week. The day does change. Some people say, well, Kimmy, why can't it just be on Tuesdays? Why can't it just be on Wednesdays? Well, you can't please everybody. Let's just be clear. So what we do is we change the day out every week. So this week it might be Wednesday, next week it might be Thursday, the following week it might be Monday. So we just change them out. I even did a couple weekend days. Okay. Marcel says if they come to her, it starts at 60, which is great. Andrea is asking where you're located, Marcel. And I didn't finish my favorite things, did I? And my other favorite is apostilles. For the money piece, okay, the money piece is apostilles, but the actual processing piece is not my favorite unless it's a Hague country. Non-Hague and all that extra, I'm like, oh no. But I do it. I love it because, again, the money. Okay, so I'm not gonna fake it. I do them. I love them because of the money. My next thing would be, I guess the ink fingerprinting would be my next thing because that's, again, a quick job. 15 minutes, they're gone. I like quick money. I like quick money. Loan signings it would be in my top five, but it's at the lower end because of the printing, because of all the things that go with it. However, that also is a big money maker for me because now most of my work is direct. Okay. And I still work with signing companies. They can call me all day long. Your girl gonna say, yes, I'll be there. Now I may not take that low ball price, but I am going to take loan signing jobs. I will always. I know a lot of notaries now, and it's very popular on YouTube. I'm not working with signing companies anymore. I'm not doing signing companies anymore. And it's nothing wrong with that if that's their preference. But for me, why would I cut off a stream of income? If my general notary is slower, then I'm looking at those alerts. because I still have my daily goal I need to meet. So I'm looking at my alerts on my phone. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and take this signing with such and such a counter and see if they will accept my counter offer. Okay. So I'm still working with signing companies. I don't think I'll ever get to the point and say, I'm not going to work with signing companies. I'm not. I just don't. For me, it's too lucrative. If I do 10 loan signings, even at $100, that's $800 a month. What could you do with $800 extra per month if you do 8? Right? What would you do with that? What would you do with $800 a month? So I'm not gonna say I'm not doing no loan signings. Even if I do 50, if I do 4 of them at $50, that's $200. Can you do something with $200 this month for each one less than probably a half hour for loan modifications? Let's think about it. Let's think about it. Yeah, so I'm not turning down any money, okay? I'm not turning down any streams or different variations of how I can get my money. We got something going on in the chat. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not turning down anything. Oh, here we go. Just somebody talking about something that they wanted to share. Okay, let's do this. So let's see. We got let's go back to the comments. So they found out where they're located. You guys would be great together. I know both of you, and I think y'all would be awesome together. Yes, I think y'all would be awesome together. Yeah. So let's see. Ingrip says, wouldn't want to go immigration with what's going on now. Anything could change overnight, literally. Yeah, but the thing about it is, you're not responsible for if the documents actually get approved or anything like that. You're actually helping the client fill out the documents. Help, because a lot of times the immigration process is just overwhelming. Just like apostilles, people are like, I don't want to be bothered with that. I'll pay you. They don't even want to be bothered with it. So you can definitely still assist in the process without worrying about what's going on in the in actual news. Okay. Marcel, you can't let me interview you right quick, girl. Everybody asking about wedding officiant. You can't come up here for a minute. Let me know if you can come up here for a minute. So let's see. They found out where they are. We making some connections. Hey, Lisa. Oh, we had a question. What are Hague countries? The Hague countries are like Mexico, not Puerto Rico, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Spain. Most of the countries that we are not at war with, okay, or having issues with. So there's a whole list of them at, I think it's HCET, something like that. But just put in Hague countries and it'll pop up. And Hague countries require less processing than a non-Hague country. So those are my favorite countries to do. Okay, very good. We got a lot of people that just joined. I have a few more minutes. I'm gonna put this link in here. If anybody new wanted to talk about their business really quick, you can come on the stage. Just have your camera on. Yeah, we're making connections. Yes. Yes. That's what this is all about. So that's why, again, I love our community. Marcel, Lisa, everybody trying to get together, do a meetup. Yeah, we was trying to do one before. It just kind of fell through. Yeah, we was trying to do one. We just had a lot going on. Yeah, we could do the Georgia. I mean, y'all do what y'all gonna do. Let me know if I can come out, pop in, if I can. But I don't know. I got so much to do. I do. But I'm gonna stop saying that though, because my thing is building relationships with people. Period. It's important. So yeah, our businesses need us, but make sure you take time for your family. When you hear people say that here on YouTube and other places, it's legit, guys. Take time for your family. We have quite a few people that have joined us. Do we have any questions about the new mentorship program? I'm gonna show y'all one more time because we got so many new people that just joined, so you can see what the new program looks like. And it's designed for those of you that are just starting the business and you really want to learn how to do it correctly. Your notarial duties. It's called the Notary Business Success Startup. And I'm going to show you one more time what all is included in the $27 per month. In case you didn't see it from the beginning, I'm going to do present. Let me show you really quick. And then we're going to get ready to wrap it up because I got an NNA meeting at 6. All right, here is the startup plan. The startup plan, okay? $27. It includes Notarize Like a Pro, Specialty General Notary, 1 and 2, Build Your Business, Pricing and Marketing, How to Make Money, Sample Documents. Marketing template is even included. You got your free resources, which everybody has access to. Your actual replays. You can go back and see all these replays. Unauthorized practice of law, notarization step by step, ID journal. And those are deep dive sessions where you get a little sneak peek as to what you're going to see when we actually meet. And again, we're meeting on Wednesday. Hey, Willie Purnell, what's going on? I'll call you, Lisa Andrea. Get my number from Kimmy. Okay, very good. Miss Kimmy, thanks for giving me Marcel info. I can't wait to meet her. Yeah, I think, you know what, all of you guys are going to be a great group together. I mean, because I love each of y'all individually. So together, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Y'all got to quit being so shy, though. I would love for us all to do something together. But everybody's so shy, they don't want to come on camera. And that's just the wave of the future. It just is. I know y'all get sick of me saying that. I'm gonna come out of this screen right quick. Hold on. Ooh, y'all. Let me come out of stop sharing. There we go. Yeah, I would love for that, but I mean everyone is so shy. Nobody want to come on camera. And we gotta get out of that. We got one person in our mentorship group. She's doing amazing with the social media. She is trying her hardest. And she has a granddaughter that's helping her. And her videos are actually really good. We got 2 actually. I forgot about Denise. Denise's channel is doing great too. Check her out. She is Jersey notarized with a Jersey girl or notary with a Jersey girl, something like that. So if you're not doing social media, people, if you're not doing social media, you need to be doing some. Let's get on camera, Marcel and Andrea. Y'all coming right now, Lisa? Look, y'all coming right now. I would love to have a panel. I'm glad you're doing well, Ms. Willie. Very good. Yeah, but for real, really think about it. If you don't have a social media presence, even for your business. So for my business, it's so funny. I started posting some of the videos because I thought about it. At first, I was like, well, the videos that I put on TikTok and Instagram for notary educators, my little dancing videos, some of those are actually appropriate for my personal business. So I started uploading them, and I did start seeing just that little uploading of videos. I saw a little bit of difference in my business. So everything you do shakes the Google algorithm. And it's like, hey, what's going on over there at None Better Notary? Let me see what they're doing. Why is there so much friction over here? Okay. Very good. So I see we have quite a few people that have joined us. What questions do you have about the new Notary Business Success entry point of $27, a startup plan for those of you who may be a little newer? You get access to your major core courses, access to the weekly live sessions and the replays. Okay. And we are so excited about that. Tomorrow is our first session. So if you've not joined yet, it's not too late. You can join and start learning and start growing your business. Get the confidence that you need. Dust off those notary stamps out there. Many of you tell me all the time, I have my stamp. I'm not making any money. I don't know what to do. What's my next step? ... And honestly, I had somebody reach out, actually a couple of people this week, and I had to be honest with them. And I was like, you know what? There's nothing really I can help you with until you're ready to actually, do the business, enjoy mentorship, and just be about it. I can't teach you in a Facebook chat. I can't teach you in a YouTube chat how to be a notary. I cannot teach you in any of those little quick methods that were designed to say, hey, how you doing? How to do a whole blown loan modification package. There's just no way. So I don't even try anymore. Again, I'm all about let's do it. We've got the price point so low, so perfect that now it's about those who are serious about their business. So if you're serious about your business, I'm serious about helping you. If you're not serious, then I can't be more serious for your business than you are, right? That doesn't even make sense. So, but that being said, I'm going to get ready to head out of here. We made some connections today. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about? And Lisa, you're welcome. I don't know that I saw your comment. I think I did say something, but you're welcome. I'm glad you and Marcel have connected. Sheila says, "Hey Kimmy, I'm getting LS offers, loan signing offers, but they're only about $30, and they're at least $20 or more. Here in Connecticut is a lots of pay. I could make more doing general notary work." I was just talking about that, Sheila, and I really recommend don't say no. See, can you one counter offer with them? We just did a whole video about counter offering in the loan signing. Look under the loan signing course, and there's a new video that we talked about how to counter offer. Please look at that, because just because they said 30 don't mean that you can't ask for more. Okay, so please check your library. Sheila is in the mentorship program. Okay, so play around with the library and go under loan signings and find that counter offer video, because we gave a lot of tips on how to do it. I'm gonna give you a couple here right now, but let them know that, frankly. And that sounds something like, Mr. Smith, I would love to take that signing. However, due to the mileage or due to the time of day, I would like to ask for or respectfully counter offer, or put some different scripts in there. I believe. Don't quote me because I don't even remember. But I think I put some scripts in that session too. But just let them know, hey, I would love to do it, but due to the mileage or due to the distance, I mean not distance, due to the time of day, I need the counter. And it's actually when you're looking at your offer from the signing companies, there's actually always a little button there. So it says something like yes, no, or different requests or something like that. You want to say something about the signing. It usually gives you three different options, Sheila. So don't say no, and just start taking a few of them to get your feet wet. And what we found, like with Lisa and Andrea and others that have been part of mentorship before, seriously, as you're doing better and learning the business, the offers will increase automatically, because they already know I can send Sheila out there and I don't have to send four other notaries. See, they send a notary that has no training. They already know I got to pay her $20 because I got to pay the next one 30. I got to pay the next one 40, and then they going to call me or the experts in the group, okay, and give us what it's really worth. So they start out trying to be cheap because it's a business, right? And they may not like me saying this, but they going to try it. I'll send you out for 20. It ain't a hurry for the package, no problem. We'll wait and let them mess it up. If they don't, cool, we got somebody for $20. But they already know 9 out of 10 times it's gonna get messed up. So now they gotta save another little reserve so they can pay the next notary $40. Okay, so they're gonna pay you 40 when they know it's still really worth 100. Let's try the $40 one, see if she get it done. She still doesn't get it done. They send it back again. You ever had it? And this happens all day. I mean, this is not. I'm not making this up. And then they go ahead and say, okay, the $40 one didn't work. Let's go ahead and increase it to 75. And by the time they get that third notary and they're paying more money, you get a better quality of person. You really are. Now, as I'm talking out loud with you, I know some people think, well, the mentorship program is only $27 or $47. Shouldn't it be like 97 like everybody else is charging all these different higher price things? The value is worth 157 per month if you wanted to know the truth. Now that's my interpretation of the value because I wrote it. Okay, when you think about if I charge you 57 or I mean 97 or whatever per month, and you're making 3,000 per month, is it not worth the investment? Do the math, right? But I keep it affordable because I really do want everybody to learn. And as you're learning, you're going to tell your friends about me. I have so many people that say, hey, my cousin told me about you, or such and such told me about you. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So it's like when I started my daycare, I didn't have to really market after the first year because people were like, hey, take your child around there to None Better Kids Notary. I mean, None Better Kids Daycare. It was kids with a KIDZ. That was a shout out to my sister that I lost. That was her idea. She said, make it a Z like hip hop. So, any. anyway, it was none better kids. So my point is, as you start doing great quality work, okay, then it's going to happen where they're going to automatically start sending you higher paying jobs because they already know they're talking behind the back scenes. You get reviews when you go out there. So everything, everybody ain't talking about you, okay? But let it be that they're talking about you in a good way. You're welcome, Sheila. And hopefully you can make the live session tomorrow. I was just trying to read the chat, but I was having difficulty reading the group chat and then reading the YouTube chat since I'm live. Ingrid says, where is she getting her loan signing offers from? Is it from personal marketing? You sign up with companies. Ingrid, I can tell by your questions that you need to be in mentorship. So whenever you're ready, hon, come on. I can tell by your questions you need to be in mentorship. So loan signing coming from companies. You sign it with different companies, okay? But don't be signing up for no companies and you ain't took no training because that's what most people do. Just how I got my commission. Where do I sign up? Don't do that, okay? That is not what we're teaching you to do. That is not what you should be doing, and that is not what happens. That's what happens, but that ain't the way it's supposed to go. Okay, everybody in this group here that I'm talking to that have been with me and that are doing extremely well will tell you it takes about at least 30 days, at least 30 days, if not 60, to really know your stuff, to know your craft, to market your business, etc., etc. Okay, so I do have to go because I have the 6 o'clock. But again, on behalf of Notary Educators with Kimmy, guys, I'm wishing you much success. I will see you over in the mentor program, either the $27 or the $47 at the time of this recording. And we're looking forward to it. Let's do it. Okay. No more excuses. No more. Okay. Bye.